I'll be showing you my own way how I make a super delicious jollof rice and fried chicken. Guys, my family did not stop eating this. So to get started, I'll be using two medium-sized onions. You want to go ahead and slice them. Some of the onion is going to be for the chicken, to boil the chicken, and some is going to be to cook the jollof rice. So after dicing that or slicing, I'll go ahead and add half of that to my chicken. You can use any chicken parts of your choice. Okay, I'm using the chicken drumsticks to season. I have some seasoning powder, salt, ginger and garlic paste, curry powder. I have a bunch of thyme here. I'll be adding in some fresh thyme. You can as well use dry thyme. That's gonna work too. Go ahead and mix that until your chicken is perfectly coated with those beautiful seasonings. Now go ahead and add in some water, and you want to cook that until it is tender, fully cooked. Okay, now in a blender I will add in some red peppers. These have been frozen, so it is just thawed. That's why it's looking this way. I have some frozen ones as well, and I'll bring in some frozen and thawed tomatoes. You can as well use fresh tomatoes or canned tomatoes. You want to go ahead and blend that until you have a smooth consistency. It is supposed to be 100 smooth, just like this. Let us check on our chicken. It has been fully cooked at this point. You want to remove that and set aside so that some of the stock can drain from it, so that we can easily fry it. You want to avoid frying it when there's water there, because it's just gonna make like the oil skip around, and you have to be very careful at that point because you might get a burn. Now you want to save this chicken stock to make your jollof rice. In a different pot, you want to go ahead and add in some cooking oil, and you want to saute your onions for about a minute or two. Now bring in some tomato paste. I love frying my tomato paste with my onions because you want to avoid a sour jollof rice. I always tell you guys that make sure you fry your tomato paste perfectly so that your jollof rice is not tangy or sour. Okay, I'll give that a good stir and let that fry for about 5 minutes on medium heat. Be careful because it's not supposed to be burnt. Even if it's burnt, it's not supposed to be that burnt that is gonna be bitter. Okay, I just brought in my blended mix. That's a pepper mix. So for the pepper mix, you can add in some hot peppers. I will skip that because of my kids. I'll cover that and let that cook. Now you want to deep fry your chicken. You can air fry your chicken, you can grill your chicken. It's just based on preference. Okay, you want to deep fry that until it has a beautiful golden brown color, just like this. Now remove that and place on an absorbent paper. Back to our sauce. This has been cooking for a while now. I'll go ahead and bring in my washed rice. I'm using the Basmati long grain rice here. You can use any of your favorite rice, but you have to be careful of the kind of rice to use. Okay, also parboiled rice is also good. You want to give that a good stir until the rice is coated with that beautiful sauce. Now bring in that chicken stock. So guys, what I always do is I do not bring in my seasonings at this point. I bring in my chicken stock, then I will just taste to know which one is lacking. Like right now, I will add in some salt and curry powder. I always do this so I don't end up in a situation where my food is too salty or there's too much seasoning powder inside. So bring in your stock first because your stock already has seasonings, right? Then you taste to adjust before you put in the seasonings in the jollof rice. I just added in some water. Now cover the pot and let it cook until some of the water dries off. Now after some time, you see some of the water has dried off. I will give that a last stir before I cover with an aluminum foil. At this point, do not be tempted to add water. Do not add water at this point, okay? Because the residual heat is gonna do the magic for you. I'll cover that with an aluminum foil, then I'll reduce my heat to low. At this point, your heat is supposed to be extremely low. Like I said, you want to let the residual heat in there do the baking process. In this process, I just call it the baking process because like just the residual heat. And after some time, this took about 15 to 20 minutes on really low heat. You see the rice is just like you baked it it has been fully cooked at this point. It is super tender, and you can just give that a final stir and your rice is ready to be served. I'll go ahead to garnish with some fresh leeks and butter. You can as well garnish with some onion, tomatoes, or whatsoever you choose. Guys, you know I love my leeks. I do not play with leeks. I love it inside jollof. Like, it gives that beautiful flavor. I will just give that a stir, and yeah, it is ready to serve right away. So let me know in the comments section how you love to make yours. Maybe we can learn something. So guys, if you love this recipe, do not forget to share, do not forget to like, do not forget to drop a comment. I just brought in my chicken and everything is set and ready to go for my family to enjoy. Guys, like, this food was finished in I could not even imagine. Like, it was so good, and the way they ate it in my home, oh my god, you should definitely try this recipe. I served mine with some coleslaw. I'll be showing you guys how I make my signature coleslaw, and let me say my salad. I just call it coleslaw, the salad. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching to this point. I appreciate you guys a lot, the support, the likes you guys are giving me. Oh my god, I don't know how to thank you guys. I wish I could cook for every one of you. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again, bye for now, and I love you all.